Thank you so much for staying with Metropole TV. This is Metropole Business Center, and this is a Tech Tuesday where we talk matters of technology. You can get talking to us on our social media pages at Tabitha Muthoni G on Twitter, at Metropole TV KE, across all your social media platforms. Now, next, we look into how people make money on YouTube. And YouTube monetizes videos via pre-roll, display, and other advertising formats. Advertisers pay based on clicks and impressions. YouTube gives the content creator 55% of this revenue and takes 45% for itself. Now, that's quite huge there. Let's look at data on YouTube and on a revenue trend for the years 2010, 2011, all the way to the year 2020. We see very good performance there. The trend is really going up all the way from 0.8 all the way to 19.7 billion. Wow. All right, that's a YouTube revenue trend. And next, YouTube premium subscribers, the number of subscribers that YouTube has seen and their value all the way from 2015, 2016, 2017, all the way to the year 2020. That's a huge one. Oh my God, from 1.5 all the way there, we have it. All right, that's the number of premium subscribers there. All right, and now YouTube users, how many people use YouTube? We can't even quantify this. 2012 all the way to the year 2020, from 0.8 to 23, and that is in, wow, to 2.3. Yeah, wow, that's quite massive. All right. Wow, looking into how people make money on YouTube. Joining me is Sebastian, who is a Kenyan YouTuber, content creator, and also a podcast host for the Kenyan Entrepreneur. His YouTube handle or his YouTube page is the Kenyan Entrepreneur. Sebastian, karibu sana.
Asante, mambo.
Poor sana. No, you have had the numbers there. They're quite massive. That's a huge market that we have there. But Sebastian, let us start with the nitty-gritties when it comes to making money on YouTube. What is the first step when it comes to earning money on this channel? What are some of the crucial requirements that someone should, first have in place? Sebastian.
I like that we are talking about making money on YouTube, but even before we start talking about the monetization aspect, there are two things that go into it. And the first one is the content, which is usually the easy part of it because you decide what you want to talk about and for how long. And then the other one is the concept. So do you want it to be a vlog style channel or a sit down channel or pranks? You decide that. But once you've decided that, then you're able to go back, and for you to get monetized, you have to meet the minimum YouTube threshold, which is you need to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch time hours. This was checked. Back in the days, it used to be 100 subscribers, but I think they saw a lot of people setting up channels, getting monetized, and then not committing to creating content on the platform. So they upped that number to 1,000 subscribers. Yeah.
Yes, great. Now, when it comes to, you've put it there, first you need to have your content in place, know your content, and number two, know your presentation style, how you're going to present your content, and the requirements are 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. Now, 1,000 subscribers, it's up to you to sensitize, market yourself, ask your friends to, follow, to, subscribe to your YouTube channel. But when it comes to the 4,000 hours, how do we determine the watch hours, and in what angles can we look at this, Sebastian?
Okay, so when you look at it as hours, it basically means if you have a video that is 1 hour long, you need to have 4,000 people watch it from start to finish, which rarely happens. If you look at, when you look at the style and format of content that is on YouTube. It's usually between 8 to 9 minutes, and content creators change this based on the monetization aspect of it. If you post a video that is 8 minutes and above, you're able to add, like you said, the mid-rolls and other avenues of monetizing your content. But in essence, most people create videos between 4 to 11 minutes. But now we're also seeing an emergence of people creating now long form content. So they have like a sit down or podcast style format which goes on for up to 40 minutes. But if we go back to the people that have used YouTube the longest, and these are musicians, most of their content is between 3 minutes and 4 minutes. So it only makes sense to break down those numbers from a 4 minute perspective. So 4,000 watch time hours, if you multiply that by 60 minutes, it's around 240,000 minutes. And if you divide that by 4, you get approximately 60,000 views. So for a content creator whose content is 4 minutes long, they need a minimum of 60,000 views on their videos.
Okay, on the length there. And when it comes to the number of videos that one should make to get there, what's the minimum number of videos that one should have?
Okay, so if you are very good at what you're doing, like I said, the content and the concept, some people get to these numbers with one video. Or the people that you've seen who take advantage of this are usually personalities like yourself, who already have people familiar with them. So when they launch their YouTube channels, it's very easy for them to get subscribers. So for most creators, it takes a minimum of around 30 to 40 videos, especially if you are a no one and your content is just average. But if you have a bit of clout and people know you can get to those numbers with one video. However, you also have to pay attention to what is trending currently on YouTube. Right now, the thing they are pushing the most is YouTube Shorts, which is basically a competition to TikTok. And we are seeing YouTube push more and more of that kind of content. So if you post shorts which are between 15 seconds to 1 minute, most people are hitting hundreds of thousands of views, and that is a cheat code of getting those out. Yeah.
Okay, great. You've mentioned what's trending. One should focus on that. But let's talk about hashtags. How important are they when it comes to YouTube?
There's a time when they work. Right now, they're not hashtags and just tags that you add in the description section. There's a time when they used to really work, and we even have platforms like TubeBuddy and vidIQ that specialize in helping people get the right tags. But right now, if your content is good, it's not good, even if you add 1,000 tags, it's not going to help.
People just skip it.
Yeah. You see, the problem is if something is trending right now and people know about it, they tend to use those tags on that video. So when I come to your video and you're talking about making money on YouTube, you've titled your video as making money on YouTube, but when I click on it, I find a video of a cat, then chances are I'm going to click off from the video. And YouTube algorithm sort of studies the patterns of how people are interacting with your content. And if people click off your video earlier, then they stop recommending your video.
Great. And now let's look at how Kenya compares to other African countries when it comes to payment. Like, what are some of the do the policies differ? Like Kenya and Ghana, maybe they differ, and Nigeria as well, South Africa. How is it like here in Kenya?
So what YouTube does is they sort of create blocks. So Africa is one block, and in as much as CPM might be different in Kenya compared to Tanzania or Nigeria, some of these payment terms are basically the same. And as a country, we are still on the lower CPM rate. CPM is how much YouTube pays you for every 1,000 views you get. So it varies depending on the region. But if you look at the blanket perspective of it, it's more or less the same.
Okay, and
Yeah.
let's take more questions. How does one get to 4,000 hours of YouTube watch time fast? Very fast. What are some
You
of
need
the,
good content. That's the trick.
yes?
You need good content because you can clickbait people as much as you want,
Uh-huh.
but if your content is not good, then you're not going to get to 4,000 hours. And you just need to do a study of what works on
Uh-huh.
YouTube. It's not very hard. You see, when you look at idea-based type of content, if you watch YouTube, you've probably seen someone like Mr. Beast, who's you're going to keep watching because you're trying to figure out, are these people going to win this much money that he's promised to give? Or if someone comes and say, in this video, I'm going to be carrying this cow with my bare hands, you stay on the video because you're very curious if that thing can actually happen. So it's just in the making sure that at the beginning of the video, book something that will tell people what the video is about, and then to make the video interesting.
Okay, this is leading us to, there are those people who open so many tabs on their computers. Some watch even from their friends' phones. Where if you watch from your own account, is it counted as a watch time, or do you have to, necessarily just to watch from another account? Just explain explain how that works. Yeah.
So back in the days, what used to happen is people would do what you're saying right now, and they would have like a video on loop. So what YouTube did as a result of that is they put that IP address, like they made their algorithm smarter. So as long as it's the same IP address, in as much as you're gonna see views, it's not gonna affect your analytics.
So it's
And
if the same IP keeps
views?
playing the videos, it's not counted as watch time.
Even from your office, if you watch one video and keep reloading it, you'll realize that the count is not gonna change.
It's still the same.
It's still the same.
Wow.
It can be, for example, if you have 10 gadgets in the same house, you'll get 10 views, but after that, you're just wasting your power and your internet.
Oh my God. So it's zero work to just, open so many tabs and leave your videos playing. It's pointless to do so.
You see also, if you're doing YouTube as a business, you're getting into it because you want to make a business out of it. That format is not sustainable because if you're gonna keep posting a video every day, you're spending a lot of time trying to push these fake views on your videos. And there are countries like India and China who have sort of robots that give you views. At the end of the day, you're going to have millions of views, and we've seen some of Kenyan artists having millions of views on their channel. But I promise you, if you look at the back end, if that video has 50,000 organic views, that is what is being monetized.
Oh my God. All right, 2 more questions and then we clear this conversation. After reaching the requirements that YouTube requires or asks for, does it send a notification on when you can now start earning? How do they pay? After how long and in what currency?
Okay, so when you sign up, there's usually a Gmail account that is tied to your YouTube channel. It can be a different Gmail one from the one you use every day, but you have that one Gmail that YouTube sends you notifications. So when you hit 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch time hours, they usually send you an email. And they let you know that you reached the minimum threshold of monetizing your content. And what happens is now, when you click on that link, it takes you to your YouTube studio. So on the YouTube studio is where you're able to set up your payment details. If you want to be, like, it allows you to activate the monetization aspect. There are people who never used to activate that because they didn't want to make money. Someone would wonder why. But as of this is compulsory that they're going to advertise on your channel, whether you accept monetization or not. However, the other thing that now this monetized channel has is a Google AdSense. So a Google AdSense, like you said at the beginning of this conversation, is basically a way that YouTube uses to pay you. So think of YouTube as a billboard, and your channel or your channel is a billboard. So what they're saying is put whatever you want as long as it's family friendly on this billboard of yours, and now when these advertisers see this content that you're putting out on this billboard of yours, which is your channel, if they like, they're gonna admit. And once they advertise, they're gonna keep 45%. They give you 55% of that, and the way you get paid is that money is sent to your Google AdSense. So the Google AdSense account is not specific for YouTube. If you have any other website that you're writing articles on, or you're doing whatever it is, but you have activated it for monetization, all that money is sent to your Google AdSense. And the way you receive your notification on YouTube, on the YouTube studio, you're gonna see your back end, where you see how much approximately you've earned. So they'll say you've earned 1,000 USD because it's it's an American company, But when they pay you to your Google AdSense, you're gonna convert it into pounds. So you get paid into pounds. So every 21st, between 21st and 25th of every month, they disburse these payments to you. So when in your Google AdSense account, you add your bank account, or if you want to be paid via check, you also add that, and they're gonna physically mail it to you. But I see most of YouTubers using bank accounts. So when the money comes, your bank does the conversions, and then they pay you. But they also charge you because it's an international transaction. They charge you for that, depending with how much you're being paid. And then now you have to pay your digital services.
All right. Thank you so much, Sebastian, content creator, the Kenyan entrepreneur on YouTube.
Thank you.
All right, that's what we had prepared for you. That's how you create money on YouTube, and you have understood the requirements. And now let's have a look at some of the tech innovations changing the world and how we live. All right, Internet of Behaviors, IOB. If you have heard of the Internet of Things, IoT, you should know that the IoT extends to the Internet of Behavior as well. The Internet of Things, IoT, is concerned with using data and insights to influence behavior. IoT devices are possible as massive databases for Internet of Behavior, IOB paradigms. Businesses will be able to follow customer behavior and use IOB to benefit their respective channels with the aid of IOB. For example, a health tracking app may collect information about your physical activity routine, diet, sleep, and other habits. This information can be used to encourage more behavioral improvement, such as by creating personalized health plans. Another tech innovation, distributed cloud. The distributed cloud technology trend is poised to take cloud computing to new heights. The distributed cloud technology distributes public cloud resources to various geographical locations, processes, updates, delivery, and other relevant activities being handled centrally by the original public cloud provider. Instead of offering a centralized solution, it would assist in meeting the service needs of individual cloud locations separately. Companies can benefit from this technological trend by decreasing latency, reducing the risk of data loss, and lowering costs. Technologies such as artificial intelligence, the Internet of Things, and others that involve processing large amounts of data in real time will benefit from the introduction of distributed cloud technology. All right, let's now have a look at the cybersecurity tip of the day. Upgrading to Windows 11. Make sure you get the update directly from Microsoft. Microsoft recently released the latest version of its quintessential operating system. The best part, upgrading from Windows 10 is free. Just make sure you are installing the update from the official Microsoft website to circumvent any possible security risks like malware or viruses that could come from third-party sites. That's your cybersecurity tip of the day. All right, thank you so much for joining us on Metropole Business Center Tech Tuesday. My name is Tabitha Muthoni. Stay tuned. Until next time, be a game changer.